that measures our lifespan hasn't changed, not since the beginnings of human history. We've always been capable of living to be 100. But until early in this century, most people lived to be only about 50. Now most of us can look forward to being 75 or older. What are we to do with this new season, with all these extra years, with all this time? The Creamies decided to keep on working. Some decide to retire at 65 or earlier. Retirement is a new phenomenon, a new setting of society's timetable, the social clock. At the beginning of this century, the social clock had people working right up until death. Not until Social Security in 1935 could we look forward to retiring. After 40 years with the U.S. Post Office, Tom Russell retired. He's 61. His wife, Vivian, is 60. She also just retired. She was a social worker. For the Russells, retirement will have its own rewards after decades of hard work. Today, they're showing their daughters and grandson something they just bought, their dream house.
So we're not going to do a whole lot here until that's done.
Because we're going to dig this out.
Because they have to come out here.
Add the landscape to here and put shrub in here. Because it's a little bit too bare in here. We need to do something in here.
I consider myself a success because the humble background I came from to where I am now, and it just didn't happen. That just didn't happen. I didn't hit a lottery. I didn't hit $1 million sweepstake. All I achieved was achieved by good, hard, honest work. My childhood was the kind of childhood that you would get from a black in the South back in the late 30s and early 40s. It was a total segregated South, segregated facilities. I'm a product of that environment, so it was a struggle. It was a constant struggle. My escape from that type of environment was the Army. I think the Army opened up lots of things for the blacks doing back in the 40s because it gave them a chance to move to other areas and to kind of get out of that niche they was in. We struggled together, and I think that's what made us real close. We had a lot of hard climbs, you know.
Okay, I'm going to use the set of pictures on this wall and put the small red chair here. So I'm from a family of 9 and a very poor family. And I think it gave me a lot of stamina to make something out of nothing. What I learned from my parents, I think basically was a sense of pride. I was working on doing day work, and this young lady was sitting there at a piano like this one, playing Claire de Lune, and I'm doing her kitchen floors, and her husband came in and complimented her for what a gorgeous, clean house. You know, I said, hey, this won't work. This is not going to work. And at that point, I decided I have to do something other than graduate from high school. So then I decided that I needed to go to night school.
Their struggle has given Vivian and Tom a sense of obligation to the community, the total community. For them, retirement's a time to give something back. Tom brings a message of Christian love and guidance to inmates at a federal prison.
Bringing Christ to the guys in the prison was an achievement. We gave him a new sense of direction, a new sense of ways to go. And I think it's very important that we do that.
But I wasn't as outreached and wide open as I am now.
So that's what you're primarily into.
Yeah.
He needs that outside influence. He needs someone to come in there and tell him that he loved and someone care for him and you can change your ways and you got a second chance in life, and he needs someone to do that. And I think that's what we do.
In a Detroit hospice, terminally ill patients are made as comfortable as possible.
When I'm bathing, I notice that nails are...
Vivian Russell, as a volunteer, is learning how she can provide that comfort.
I need to feel that I'm doing something constructive.
And there's only one person...
I have a sense of how they feel if I turn them off their back and I give them a back rub, or stimulate the circulation, make the sheets cool and dry, and then turn them in a different position. I feel how they feel. And I think that's important for everybody to feel that someone cares. That's an emotion that I don't think we ever outgrow.
I hope we can continue to do what we're doing. I hope we can go out in a blaze of glory. I hope we can continue to work and help people and show our warmness and and do the things that we're doing now. I just hope we can continue to do that. And I hope we can do it together, and I hope we will do it together.
Really, it's going to be interesting.